the pillars on which everything is built have to do with change, because change is something we cannot stop. It's just happening all the time.
If we could come up with a model for how to grow conversational intelligence inside of a country or a region and do it in a way that enables us to mirror that in different places in the world, so we build competency levels.
And I'm here to learn more, to become accredited, and to, fingers crossed, with good luck and the following win, become the WE Institute for the UK.
Okay. And you say help people unleash their full potential. That's beautiful. Thank you.
When we visited with Jorge, that's what got me so excited in our first day of immersion in his thinking. They are part of the toolkit and what opens up their minds to deeper thinking about the challenges that they're facing. And Jorge, I mean, you just went right at the
I'm interested in other countries and certainly, Jorge, in terms of your thinking of sort of global alliance, how you see that from an architectural perspective.
The sailors will meet in different ports in the world. And of course, the sailors were coming from all over the world. You know, they came from different parts in Europe, North Africa, Asia. And of course, it was a time of discovery. It was a time of commerce, you know, and of course of adventure. But the sailors will get together in the ports. They will get together at the canteens or the restaurants or whatever. And great conversations happen in those places. And these conversations that were taking place with what people had seen in different parts of the world. So people would share what the art looked like in Italy, and another person would say how the art looked like in, maybe in Morocco, in Northern Africa. And so, amazingly, through conversations, they started to discover a brand new world. And in the intersection of these ideas and at the intersection of the cultures is where all these great things sparked, you know. And so when I met Judith and when we were talking about all of this is a new renaissance, because the fact is the world is more globalized today. There is, of course, each country has its own culture, but culture is built every day by the people who actually are part of it. Culture is a consequence of people interacting, of people working together. And so you need to have structure to make it happen, because a great idea is nothing if you do not follow through, if you do not follow up. And so we need to have a structure that allows us to exchange information from where we are. Most importantly, if you look at it on the long run, what we're doing is really taking down barriers between people. Documenting business cases is an important thing. As we all work with our clients, customers, organizations, not everyone can pay for services like ours. Not everyone can afford to buy a conversational intelligence book. And even if they buy a conversational intelligence book, they might not be able to put it to practice in a specific situations. And we're talking here about maybe families or individuals that are having trouble with their relationships, a family that is not having a good dynamic within the family. And then you want to make some of the programs accessible to other people, to people that cannot afford to pay for your services. And so a few ideas started to emerge. You know, people shouldn't be suffering that much in the world. I mean, conversations can definitely change the landscape of families, not only businesses and organizations that can afford it, but families can have a better family experience if they would be having intelligent conversations in the living room.
We had in our countries that we trained students to go to Caracas, and they trained a lot of youngsters in the favelas. And the only reason was to get brilliant people that were very poor, bring them on another level of education and bring them from there to university.